Is it in relative decline in terms of its influence overseas and its share of the world's wealth and power? Yes, we are in relative decline. We have been since World War II, when we were really sitting on top of the world. So it's very hard to deny that that is the case. And that every day as Chinese power grows, European power grows, Russia, India, you name it, Brazil, our power therefore experiences a little bit more of a relative decline each time. So yes, we are in relative decline. Well, because America sits, so to speak, on the other side of the world, we have a very small percentage of our population that is overseas. There's less than 1% of the American citizenry lives outside the United States. That percentage is actually quite a bit higher for Europe. And other countries like China have gigantic diasporas globally, or at least centered on the Pacific Rim, which are over 50 million people. India's diaspora is 25 million people. There's far fewer Americans overseas. It would be helpful to maintain or assert American influence if there were loyal Americans placed in prominent positions all over the world. And there are, but it's very small and narrow. Therefore, one does need to educate foreign populations and imbue them with a certain sense of Americanness or American values. We still do that, of course. There are still huge numbers of Chinese, Indian, and even European students and business people who come here for work and for training, education, and then they go back and they bring certain skills with them and a certain appreciation for what they learned in America and American values and the American model. We do have to continue to do that. Even if we do, that doesn't mean that people won't start to redirect their attention towards Europe and towards China. The fact is that education is a lot cheaper in Europe because it's subsidized by the state, and that China is an increasingly fascinating place, an important place for people to be in order to learn one of the key business languages of the 21st century, which is, of course, Chinese. So we are going to be losing bright students to other countries. But if we do so, or if we lose them because of suspicious or policies of suspicion that are not based in an individual case-by-case kind of approach, but rather are more or less racist, then we stand very little chance of gaining back the trust of those populations.